Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're exploring the emotional upheavals and dramatic turns that promise to keep Port Charles buzzing with intrigue. From heart-wrenching losses to shocking revelations, the General Hospital landscape is brimming with twists that no fan can afford to miss. Let's dive right in. Christmas cheer is hard to come by in Port Charles this year, but Maxie Jones is determined to brighten the holidays for those she loves. With Cody Bell on her mind, Maxie will extend a heartfelt invitation to join her family's Christmas celebration. It's a touching gesture, but there's potential for complications if Sasha Gilmore Corbin also shows up. Sasha, carrying the heavy burden of her secret pregnancy, has been navigating her own path through grief and hope. If the two cross paths, the tension could turn the holiday table into an emotional battleground. Will Maxie's efforts to bring joy this season succeed, or will past wounds overshadow her good intentions? Elsewhere, Lucky Spencer is on edge as he faces a revelation that leaves him reeling. Could this involve the brewing storm surrounding Elizabeth Baldwin at General Hospital? Elizabeth is caught in a web of suspicion after the untimely deaths of Sam McCall and Dex Heller, which occurred under her watch. Despite her dedication and professionalism, whispers of negligence and foul play are spreading through the hospital corridors. Determined to clear her name, Elizabeth is set on uncovering the truth behind these tragedies. Could her quest for justice lead to a shocking discovery about the real culprit? The tension promises to keep viewers on the edge of their seats. As the town grieves, Jocelyn Jack's desire for vengeance begins to consume her. The funeral and autopsy report for Dex Heller, her lost love, only fuel her determination to find his killer. Jocelyn's heartbreak is palpable, but her thirst for justice could lead her down a dangerous path. Will she lean on her family and friends for support, or will she let her rage isolate her in her pursuit of revenge? Adding to the emotional weight, Sunny Corinthos will process updates from Carly about the ongoing turmoil surrounding Michael and Jocelyn. Sunny's protective instincts are sure to kick in, but can he protect his children from the chaos swirling around them? In the midst of this darkness, Sasha finds solace in her connection with Jason Morgan. Their bond, strengthened by shared loyalty to Michael Corinthos, offers both characters a rare moment of understanding. However, Sasha's secret pregnancy remains a ticking time bomb. As she navigates her emotions, will Sasha find the courage to reveal the truth, or will her silence come back to haunt her? Meanwhile, Drew Quartermaine and Willow Tate's clandestine connection continues to simmer. Drew sneaks away for private moments with Willow, despite the risks involved. But his world is about to be upended when Curtis Ashford delivers a bombshell announcement about Aurora Media. Could this revelation pull Drew away from Willow just as their relationship deepens, or will it strengthen their resolve to stand together? Their tangled love lives continue to fuel speculation and drama. Back at General Hospital, Jason Morgan and Anna Devane share a pivotal meeting. Anna, increasingly troubled by the mysterious deaths of Sam and Dex, confides her suspicions to Jason. Could these tragedies be connected? Anna's instincts are rarely wrong, and her investigation might reveal a pattern that leads to an even more sinister conspiracy. Carly, however, is less concerned with solving mysteries and more focused on her frustrations with Jason. She confronts him about keeping Willow and Drew's relationship a secret, adding yet another layer of tension to their already complex dynamic. As Jocelyn struggles with her grief, Trina Robinson steps up as a steadfast friend. Trina, having experienced her own loss with Spencer Cassadine, offers heartfelt support to Jocelyn during this difficult time. The bond between these two young women is a reminder of the strength found in friendship, even amidst tragedy. Meanwhile, Giovanni Gio Palmieri finds himself opening up to Brooklyn Quartermain, reflecting on his own personal losses as Jocelyn mourns Dex. In a twist that could shake their world, it becomes increasingly clear that Gio may be Brooklyn's biological son, a revelation that neither of them is prepared for. Tensions continue to rise as Brooklyn faces a heated confrontation with Lulu Spencer. Old wounds resurface, leading to a dramatic showdown between the two women. Can they find common ground, or will this clash further divide them? As the dust settles, Rick Lansing receives a shocking offer that leaves him rattled. With Alexis Davis undergoing a change of heart, could she be seeking Rick's help to mend the fractured relationship between their daughters, Molly and Christina? Family dynamics remain as complex and volatile as ever. Amid the turmoil, Ava Jerome turns to Nina Reeves with a desperate request. Facing financial woes after losing her settlement money, Ava seeks Nina's help to navigate her growing debt. Nina's decision could have significant repercussions, both for her relationship with Ava and for her standing in Port Charles. Will Nina rise to the occasion, or will this favor lead to unforeseen complications? Next, we're delving into the fiery emotional arcs of two powerhouses in Port Charles, Christina Corinthos Davis, fueled by a thirst for revenge, and Lulu Spencer, reborn with a fiery determination after years of lost time. These storylines intertwine themes of grief, justice, and the enduring struggle for family, making them some of the most compelling narratives General Hospital has brought us in recent memory. Let's dive in and analyze the chaos, drama, and the far-reaching consequences set to reshape Port Charles. Christina Corinthos Davis is no stranger to adversity, but her latest chapter is shaping up to be one of her most emotionally charged. Still reeling from Ava Jerome's acquittal, Christina is consumed by grief and rage following the tragic incident that altered her life forever. It was at the Metro Court, during a heated confrontation, that Christina fell through a glass window, plummeting 3 stories into the hotel's pool below. 8 months pregnant at the time, Christina not only lost her unborn child but narrowly escaped death herself. The jury's not guilty verdict for Ava has only intensified Christina's anguish. Despite the court ruling it an accident, Christina is unwilling, or perhaps unable, to see Ava as anything but culpable. She replays the events in her mind endlessly, fueling an inner storm that threatens to spill over into action. Her every thought now revolves around the idea of vengeance, and it's Sonny Corinthos, her father, who has unwittingly become both her confidant and enabler. Sonny's encouragement, though perhaps well-meaning, has raised eyebrows among viewers. Known for his own relentless pursuit of justice on his terms, Sonny has begun to shape Christina's path in ways that echo his own dark past. Use your anger, he advises, as fuel to push forward. Yet, this advice is a double-edged sword. It's clear that Sonny doesn't want Christina following in his criminal footsteps, but his actions say otherwise. As Christina becomes increasingly immersed in her plans for revenge, she teeters on the brink of crossing a line from which there may be no return. Could this mark the beginning of Christina's deeper involvement in the Corinthos crime family? Her transformation raises questions about identity, morality, and the cost of carrying on the family legacy. Will Christina find her way back, or will she lose herself entirely in her pursuit of vengeance? The unfolding storyline promises both emotional depth and high-stakes drama, as Christina's actions could ripple far beyond her immediate circle. Lulu Spencer, reclaiming a stolen life. On the other side of town, Lulu Spencer is waking up to a world that has moved on without her. After spending 4 long years in a coma, Lulu has returned, but she's not the same woman she once was. The experiences she missed, her children growing up, the loss of loved ones, and the upheaval in her family, have left her with a simmering rage that demands an outlet. It's a fury that feels reminiscent of her father, Luke Spencer, whose rebellious streak and fierce determination often left his mark on Port Charles. Lulu's most immediate concern is her teenage daughter, Charlotte Cassadine, who has gone on the run with her criminal father, Valentine Cassadine. The thought of Charlotte in danger ignites a maternal protectiveness in Lulu that borders on obsession. When she confronts Jack Brennan, the WSB station chief, her fiery ultimatum makes it clear she's not to be underestimated. "Contact Valentine immediately," she demands, "or I will burn the WSB to the ground." This outburst, though dramatic, is deeply rooted in her desperation to regain control over a life that feels irrevocably changed. But Lulu's struggles don't end with finding Charlotte. Her return to Port Charles has opened old wounds and created new ones. She's grappling with feelings of alienation, realizing that the life she once knew has evolved without her. Friends and family who have moved on now face the challenge of reconnecting with a version of Lulu who is sharper, angrier, and more driven than ever before. How will Lulu's transformation affect her relationships? Will her relentless pursuit of justice for Charlotte come at the cost of the bonds she's fighting to rebuild? Parallels and crossroads. The stories of Christina and Lulu share striking parallels, each driven by loss and anger but manifesting in starkly different ways. Where Christina's rage has turned inward, feeding her growing desire for revenge, Lulu's anger is directed outward, becoming a driving force in her quest to reclaim her family. Both women are battling forces beyond their control, Christina with her grief and need for vengeance, and Lulu with the overwhelming changes that have occurred in her absence. For fans, these parallel arcs offer a rich exploration of resilience, identity, and the lengths one will go to for justice or closure. While Christina is drawn deeper into Sunny's shadowy world, potentially endangering her moral compass, Lulu's journey raises questions about what justice truly looks like in a world that has moved on without her. Both characters are at a crossroads, and the choices they make will not only shape their futures but have far-reaching consequences for everyone around them. Unresolved questions and future twists. As the drama intensifies, viewers are left with burning questions. Will Christina succumb to the darkness her father has warned her against but inadvertently encouraged? How far will she go to make Ava pay for what she sees as an unforgivable loss? On the other hand, will Lulu's fiery determination lead her to Charlotte, or will her unrelenting anger alienate the very people she needs most? And what role will Valentine and Ava play in the fallout from these stories? Adding to the suspense, the tension between Christina and Ava could reach explosive new heights if Christina's plans for revenge come to fruition. Meanwhile, Lulu's journey to find Charlotte is poised to intersect with Valentine's shady dealings, creating a narrative rich with twists and potential betrayals. As Port Charles braces for the impact of these intertwining storylines, fans can expect emotional reckonings and jaw-dropping revelations that will leave them counting down the days until the next episode. The brilliance of General Hospital lies in its ability to weave deeply personal stories into a larger tapestry of intrigue and drama. Both Christina and Lulu are testaments to this, embodying themes of loss, resilience, and the fight for justice in their own unique ways. Their stories remind us that even in the face of overwhelming grief, there is strength to be found, whether in the pursuit of revenge or the determination to reclaim what's been lost. Next, we delve into one of the most explosive storylines in General Hospital history. A love affair has shattered lives, old rivalries are reigniting, and the future of an iconic Port Charles family hangs in the balance. From Carly Spencer's fury to Nina Reeves' calculated plans and Willow Corinthos' desperate decisions, this saga has all the ingredients of an unforgettable drama. Let's unpack the chaos and analyze the fallout. Michael Corinthos, the silent storm while Carly and Nina go head-to-head over Willow and the children. Michael Corinthos remains a key figure whose silence speaks volumes. As the betrayed husband and father, Michael's emotions are undoubtedly complex. On one hand, Willow's betrayal with Drew Quartermaine has wounded him deeply, and on the other, his love for their children forces him to weigh every decision carefully. Will Michael's anger drive him to take drastic measures, or will he find a way to reconcile his emotions for the sake of his family? Michael's duality has always been a hallmark of his character. Though he's inherited Sonny Corinthos' strength and ruthlessness, he also possesses the softer, more forgiving qualities of his mother. However, the betrayal by Willow has struck at the core of his trust. If Michael decides to leverage his considerable influence, as Nina warns Willow, he could prevent her from seeing their children again. But is Michael truly capable of such a cold-hearted move? His silence so far suggests he's carefully plotting his next steps, but when the storm breaks, it could have devastating consequences for everyone involved. Willow Corinthos, between desperation and defiance at the center of this maelstrom is Willow Corinthos, a woman torn between her guilt, her love for her children, and her need to protect what little remains of her world. Willow's world crumbled in an instant when Tracy Quartermaine accidentally exposed footage of her and Drew together, throwing their affair into the spotlight. Humiliated and heartbroken, Willow fled the Quartermaine Christmas party, only to face Carly's searing anger and judgment. Seeking a lifeline, Willow turned to Nina Reeves, who proposed a plan that was as daring as it was desperate. Nina advised Willow to pack up her 2 children and leave for Nina's apartment before Michael could take them away. Nina's warning wasn't baseless. Michael's connections on both sides of the law make him a formidable opponent if he decides to seek revenge. For Willow, the idea of losing her children was unthinkable, and Nina's offer seemed like a way out. But before the plan could unfold, Carly appeared, putting an end to their escape and reigniting a long-standing rivalry with Nina. Willow's desperation is palpable, but her reliance on Nina complicates matters. Nina's motives, while seemingly protective, are hardly selfless. By positioning herself as Willow's savior, Nina stands to gain leverage over both Carly and Michael. Yet for Willow, this alliance may come at a cost. Will she find the strength to reclaim her independence, or will her reliance on Nina deepen the divides within the Corinthos family? Carly Spencer, protector or destroyer? Carly Spencer has always been a fierce protector of her family, and her love for Michael knows no bounds. However, her wrath is equally legendary, and Willow's betrayal has awakened a side of Carly that no one wants to cross. To Carly, Willow's affair with Drew is not just a personal betrayal, it's an attack on the stability of her son's family. Her instinctive response is to protect Michael at all costs, even if it means destroying the woman she once considered a daughter. Carly's confrontation with Willow at the gatehouse was a defining moment. Her accusations were sharp and cutting, designed to make Willow feel the full weight of her actions. But her harshest words were reserved for Nina, whose involvement in the situation only added fuel to Carly's fury. Carly's disdain for Nina is deeply rooted, and this latest conflict has reignited old wounds. Accusing Willow of being just as manipulative and deceitful as Nina, Carly drew a line in the sand, making it clear that there would be no forgiveness this time. Yet Carly's actions are not without consequences. By alienating Willow, she risks pushing her closer to Nina, inadvertently strengthening the alliance she's desperate to dismantle. Carly's inability to separate her personal grudges from Michael's marital struggles could also create a rift between mother and son. As Carly navigates this emotional minefield, her decisions will have far-reaching implications for her relationships and her family's future. Nina Reeves, savior or manipulator? Nina Reeves has always been a polarizing figure in Port Charles, and her role in this drama is no exception. While her decision to help Willow appears altruistic, it's impossible to ignore the personal stakes involved. By stepping in to protect Willow, Nina positions herself as a counterbalance to Carly's dominance, reclaiming some of the power she's lost in their years-long feud. Nina's plan to move Willow and the children into her apartment was bold but fraught with risks. On the surface, it seemed like a selfless act, but it also served as a direct challenge to Carly. For Nina, this was more than just helping Willow, it was an opportunity to strike at Carly where it hurts most. But Nina's involvement comes with its own complications. Her history of scheming and manipulation raises questions about her true motives. Is she genuinely trying to protect Willow, or is she using this crisis to further her own agenda? Nina's relationship with Willow has always been complicated, and this situation only adds more layers. While she's positioned herself as Willow's protector, there's an undeniable undercurrent of control in her actions. If Nina's efforts backfire, she risks alienating Willow and reigniting her own feud with Michael. But if she succeeds, she could reshape the balance of power in Port Charles, creating a new dynamic that leaves Carly on the defensive. A family torn apart. At its core, this storyline is about family, what holds it together, and what threatens to tear it apart. Michael, Willow, Carly, and Nina are all fighting for what they believe is right, but their conflicting perspectives and motives have created a storm that no one can fully control. The children at the center of this drama are the stakes everyone is fighting for, and their future hangs in the balance as the adults around them wage their personal wars. The broader implications of this feud are immense. Will Michael and Carly's bond survive this ordeal, or will their differing approaches to the situation drive a wedge between them? Can Willow and Michael find a way to rebuild their marriage, or is their relationship too fractured to repair? And how will Nina's involvement shape the outcome, not just for Willow, but for her own standing in Port Charles? What's next for Port Charles? As the dust begins to settle, it's clear that this battle is far from over. Carly's determination to protect Michael, Nina's desire to reclaim power, Willow's struggle for redemption, and Michael's quiet turmoil all point to a saga that will continue to unfold in unpredictable ways. The stakes have never been higher, and the consequences will ripple across Port Charles, affecting not just the Corinthos family but everyone in their orbit. Will Carly's fierce loyalty blind her to the damage she's causing? Can Willow find a way to assert her independence, or will she remain caught between Carly and Nina's dueling influences? And what role will Michael ultimately play in determining the future of his family? These questions and more will keep viewers on the edge of TH.